the Shrek, but they will go Coddle.
I mean, she can't run at you, right? You got multiple ways to keep her off of you, including just shoving in the lane.
As for Shopify, 1 win is all they need to guarantee their spot in the playoffs, and Tomato is in a rough spot, blocked off by the Archstar. Do they get the deny? They don't! Problems will take first blood, and Skem just trying to walk at heroes as he has 0 spells.
Eidolons will probably be farmed by Tidebringer and various AoE spells this game. Tomato farmed as well.
Turns around, does get some damage back the other way. Skem has stun and ignite. They're both gonna die. XD, says Tomato.
Ogre. Support Coddle, who
he's
being
dead.
Run down. How does stick
charge? In 1.
He's got a dodge, and there it is a wide spell.
Well, they might be able to get the chase here if they can get the ignite. They do with the blood grenade. Hell's Scream should be able to finish the job.
Not another courier.
Oh, okay, they get the kill. This is the best possible rune you could get. They're looking to gank bottom here as they just bring in a bunch of heroes, trying to dive Notice under the tower, but he does get the shallow grave off. He is stuck inside of these cogs, taking a lot of damage, but he survived with a lot of health, actually. Tomato, gonna come right back in with this rocket barrage, try and do the damage, but is it enough? Flat cannon, blood grenade. They need to finish this hero, but Tomato, he's gonna die instead. Skem next on the chopping block as TA2000 comes through. Great cogs to try and push them away. It's gonna be a double kill for the Kunkka. The Coddle was like close, but he didn't have ult, and so he just left. And that's the nature of like losing this mid lane. And now Hellscream is going to die here. X into the boat. A little bit of healing coming through from the Keeper of the Light. The snowball, though, we'll secure it.
It's banned every game. So it needed some kind of nerf. And I can still see the build working, especially when you have slows coming from your teammates. I guess we'll see if it's actually true.
I think he knows he's dead here. The Dazzle's just been actually... The thing that's crazy is Dazzle not only is getting this kill, he is taking his Ancient stack as well behind the tree line. So that is a super painful death. Meanwhile, topside, TA2000 also going to be met with a flurry of spells. Is now solo cut off here from Hellscream. Nowhere to go. The Solar Blind plus the Vessel doing work. Well, they find Skem with the X. Hellscream going to try and block them off here with the cogs and make it a little bit difficult for them to chase. And looks like it has kind of worked. Torrent, however, nice hurricane in from Divine Llama, but Skem's kind of in a jail right now. He doesn't really know where to go. It's like, somebody please help me. Yeah, I don't think he's surviving this one. Problems will just close the gap. They're going to make him work for it, though, as the Eidolons are doing a decent chunk of damage. And Divine Llama wants to keep trying doing his best here. X, though. Now I'm going to put Divine Llama on a rough spot. Pulled back right into the Golem, the Snowball. They end up getting more than they asked for. And now they will get the tower as well as the Exorcism comes out once again.
One of these to get stolen.
I think this Dazzle Aghanim Scepter is going to be a really big issue for Shopify the moment it's up. Speaking of which, he's actually just going to go aggressive here onto Hellscream. And with the urn, I think he's just dead. Yeah, Notice just kills him from his own tower. Skem pulled from the boat as well into the life drain, getting some healing in from the Keeper of the Light, but Chiro Jr. should be able to continue the chase and finishes the job. 4,000 gold lead now for Yandex as they look for the newly created Fissure highlight channel on YouTube, which has a bunch of great plays from this event so far. Speaking of great plays, that is a super dead Enigma. Dies to his own Eidolons exploding. They don't ever show up anymore, which is really weird. I'm not sure if that's the same for the players or not, but that definitely not great. Hookshot in from Hellscream, trying to just hold TA2000 down long enough. The Vessel is not available, and because of it, TA2000 buys a lot of time. Running the Solar Crest there, that should be more than enough.
Top side, Divine Llama was trying to push out this lane to match some of the pressure, but has been found by problems. There's no getting out of this one.
No,
he's going to waste some time trying to hide in trees, but...
He's doing his best to summon Eidolons and run them to cut the wave. On the other side, though, they do actually manage to find Chiro Jr. That is your Aegis. There is a Golem. He's going to drop it. Do you have any more damage? It's going to be onto Yopaj. The X, though, comes out. He's going to get caught from the boat, and your Keeper of the Light in no man's land. Dead as they look for more. Great Ice Shards from Problems will trap down Skem. Another Cogs to try and make space, but it's just not enough. The Call Down doing actually a lot of damage, but that's 3 heroes.
Path. And the BKB's second Aegis. Tormentor before all that, I suppose.
Oh, my
Cheer
God.
Jr. kill would have been big.
That can't miss. Those are the types of plays you have to get. Now, the Tormentor, however, is currently underway, and it is very low. We'll see if Shopify can punish this, as they are all stuck in the corner, taking a lot of damage from this Enigma, but he just gets caught from the boat instead, and TA2000 deletes him to die. In the process, they will still finish the Tormentor. It's taken. And finding Yopaj would be absolute best case scenario, and they have absolutely done exactly that. There's your Walrus Punch. Yopaj is dead. The Enigma has his Blink Dagger now, so if the Golem gets committed, they might be able to... Yopaj is just dead again. That is a great find here from the side of Yandex, and noticed, well, he's going to chase up for more. Drum's going to be popped. They'll just clean up this Helm of the Overlord minion. Another 250 gold just added to their bank account. That kind of knew Shopify was in the area. And Devi Llama, he's going to be the one that they run into. He's got no TP. Yeah, he's got no TP, no blink. He's instantly dead. On the backside of the fight, though, Solo does catch the Gyrocopter. He's going to immediately respond with the Golem. Here's going to be the BKB out from Tomato. They've got to start doing damage, and soon Notice is low. The Flat Cannon's doing a lot. They get the kill onto the Warlock, as Chira Jr. still healthy up onto the left side of this fight, so it's a 1.
Things are tough now with the Tusk kick.
Yeah.
Before, it's scary if they come to you, just because they don't have the best gap closing heroes on Team Yandex, and, you know, you move in too far. Uh-oh. Devi Llama.
Oh my God, he didn't use it.
I think, was he microing creeps or maybe looking away?
I don't know. I think he was just not paying attention to his hero. He had a good while to see problems. And you can see Chira Jr. in the trees there knowing something's up. Call down, immediately dodged it out as they go right up onto the high ground. The missile will be sent on over to TA2000, but just gets cleaned up pretty easily. Tomato going to try and stand his ground here against Chira Jr. He does have the BKBs. Chira Jr. needs to be careful. This Gyrocopter doing a lot of work. He gets hexed up. There's his BKB. There's the Shallow Grave. In comes Devi Llama. The Black Hole instantly canceled from Solo. And now the fight's looking scary. Yopaj kicked right into the fray, and Tomato's got nothing left to help him. Dude dead. Meanwhile, Yandex lose absolutely nothing.
By things like the Golem. The idea is that there's 2 ways to play Enigma. That you either have the early Aura build with the Eidolons, or the late game like Blink Black Hole.
Oh, no.
Both have been answered here. Neither did anything, so this first pick Enigma has not felt great.
Okay, Tomato's just going to have to turn on the BKB and get to work, hoping he can start shredding through these heroes, and fast. He's going to need some help. The Satanic is out, but he's in trouble. The heals, are they going to be able to keep Tomato in this one? Right into the hands of the Death Prophet. The Black Hole is there, but where is your follow-up damage? Finally, they take down the Death Prophet, but she's got an Aegis, and she is coming back. No Gyrocopter for your high ground defense. It is all on Yopaj to keep his base alive. As Problems will go in and kick the keep the light right into the fray. Problems will be forced to pop the cheese. He's going to get kicked back here now, and that should be a kill, as Kunkka playing in the skies as well. Spirit Vessel doing some work. Solar Bind. Did he just yoink the gem on the courier after he died? He did. He just got the gem out. Dude, that's crazy.
No Exorcism either, so even as you win this fight, you actually don't have the best tower pressure.
That is an aggressive play here, like you said. We'll see if they can actually hold this one down, though. A lot of damage into the Death Prophet. There's the Shallow Grave, but you got to be careful on Notice. You're stuck inside these cogs. A lot of the damage from the Enigma starting to add up as well. The Ignite, they can't get out of the Will-O-Wisp. Finally, it will die. Very tanky. on the side of Yandex, and they will survive. It's really just the gyrocopter who offers the kill threat. You would love to have a bloodlust for your gyrocopter right now, but it is not available. Cheer Jr. going to try and go toe-to-toe here with the gyro. Hurricane Pike doing some work here. Flat Cannon as well, but they do manage to get the lane of Rax. X into Torrent. Cheer Jr. goes in aggressively. He just pops the BKB here on Tomato. The Pure Cloak out as well. Hookshot onto the backside. Doesn't quite catch anyone, but there's going to be the Black Hole. He's got the Enigma. Can they actually bring these heroes down? Nobody is dying. They're going to turn it around onto the Gyro instead. Enigma is dead. Where's your damage? You finally hit a Black Hole and nobody can do anything. And instead, they're going to fountain farm you with this.
No way. No, surely you can't. Surely you can't.
I think he does.
Oh, they kick him out. You can. Oh, no.
This game, I think, is over for the side of Shopify as all 5 heroes remain. And you do not have a gyrocopter for 90 seconds.
That was actually such a good Black Hole, too. You Yules the Warlock, jump in, Black Hole underneath him, catch 3 heroes, and then you're right. Where is the damage? Gyro can't do enough on his own. All right, that's tier 2 down. Exorcism being popped finally.
All right, who gets kicked next to death? Who's it gonna be?
Anyone who walks too close. Who wants to be kicked to death next?
Oh, there it is. I was about to say Enigma. I was about to say it. He pops the BKB, gets pulled back, but stuck in the ice shards now. Has to TP, otherwise he is dead. He is actually gonna die thanks to the Yules. And now Divine Llama down to 20 HP, burns to the poison touch. Notice, kills him from the other side of the base. That is gonna be GG. And Yandex now 1 game away from knocking Shopify out of the tournament.
At the same time, also 1 game away from not making it. So they're going to breathe a little bit of a sigh of relief. Buckle and the jump to get away from the raises. It's one of the ways you can get some kills. Like, I don't know what... Let's see what he wants to take on Bane. But like if you had sleepwalking, you could put them in a bed.
Ooh, what? Oh. Disruption on to Scam. Body blocked off here by Noticed. Who gets the first blood? It goes to the Shadow Demon.
Builds that rush ring of the Ring of Health anymore. Oh, they're rushing for the Doom. He's up here alone. Diabolic Edict, only level 2, but it's still quite a lot of damage.
Dead. Wow, that is... I feel like that's just not an error you're allowed to make in this. Good TP in from Solo. But mid lane, Yopaj, Cheer Jr., a lot of stuff being popped here, and it looks like Yopaj is the one who wins. So it's that's a big kill for him here in the mid lane. Top side, though, the aggression continues as they're looking to just dive Skem here behind the tower. Problems does have 3 poison stacks. Should be able to pop them there, and he can. Tomato did get scouted behind the tower, and Noticed is still pretty healthy. They do have Leshrac coming.
Use a scan if they want to try to figure out where he went.
I mean, Leshrac is happy to run into some heroes here, and Solo about to realize that firsthand, as that is a very quick kill here for Hellscream. And Noticed, even going to take some chip damage as well, but still has that urn going. Trying to chase here, protected by the barrier from the shield crash. Axe might be here to cut him off. Oh, he will get the call, but the Golem, never mind, interrupts it. The call does still taunt him as Hellscream trying to just dive solo here behind the tower. They get the Culling Blade. Divine Llama with that bonus move speed might be able to survive, but TA2000's not too far away. Tries to pop the phase boots into the bottom side. He's out, but they will go ahead and get the kill onto the Leshrac. So a nice Yopaj thinking of going in. He's debating, but not an easy grab. Bottom lane, I sense a Doom is coming. Oh, hold up. Skem. Yeah, he's going to use it. Just commits the Doom. Now the Yopaj with a TP on in, going to try and maybe find a kill here onto TA2000. There's the Vortex. Divine Llama closing the gap, however. Fatal Bond's doing a lot of damage there. Yopaj has to dispel it, and now Divine Llama is low. Needs to be careful as Hellscream comes in as well.
I think you must connect Doom in that time, and having a blink will be the safest way to go about that. Tomato, wrong place to be.
Yeah, they were trying to gank on the other side of the map, and instead, Tomato will be the one who ends up getting found. I guess they steal the Wisdom Shrine.
And scouting him with the extra night vision.
Yeah, it sees everything. Yopaj looking mid here, has an amplified damage. This is a huge kill, actually, and with Hellscream coming in, should be no problem at all. We'll see, though. Blink, call, underneath the tower. They're going to go right for this Warlock. He gets the Golem off. They're both going to die for this. He just immediately dooms up the axe, means no Culling Blade to secure the kill in time, and that is a rough one. Have the vision on solo. In comes the Vortex. The blink call. Does he want to use it? He's kind of holding it off for now as they have their eyes on the Doom instead, who is further away. Hellscream will blink forward and secure the kill, but now you need Divine Llama to get the call. On the other side, though, it's going to be a kill onto Tomato. So you do trade. It's a 2-for-1 favoring Shopify, but losing your Shadow Fiend once again. Find the Storm Spirit. His BKB is not going to keep him alive, and he happens to be standing directly on top of a ward. Into the wave he goes. There's the blink into the Doom, and he's gone.
Get unlucky a little bit with where they are.
You see Divine Llama as well. Oh, a little bit of an awkward blink in from both of these heroes. Now noticed, needs to be careful. Hellscream is crushing him on the damage here, but out of mana now. Nightmare out from Schem has an amplified damage on the Bane. Not the best hero to have it, but might be enough for them to escape. Well, I say that, Divine Llama getting burned down here, forced to BKB. There's the Fiend's Grip. Shadow Fiend with a nice Requiem onto 3. It will allow them to finish off the Pangolier, but that's all they're going to get. Where exactly they are, Hellscream shows for a moment, blinks away, and he will TP to safety. No! He got him at the tail end. Nicely done here from Problems, but Hellscream, it's taken a while for them to get here.
Yes, blinking one.
No. He goes south. Hellscream, Problems, now just going to find him. Tries to go around with the Split Earth. Does manage to hit 2, but will pop him finally.
I can't believe Disruption caught him. That had to be like 0.02 seconds or something from actually finishing the teleport.
There's a big Vortex here on a Chira Jr. He pops the BKB to run. Divine Llama gets the call. The Culling Blade comes in, gets the kill, and now the Fiend's Grip on to notice Disruption. We'll be able to put a stop to that as Schem has to go under. Nice Nightmare to dodge out the shield crash, but Schem not fast enough to escape here. Divine Llama will be able to survive. So Roshan falling low. They smoke on Shopify. Tomato invis thanks to his Shadow Blade. Divine Llama, his smoke pops. They look for Chira Jr. on the high ground. They get the call of the Doom, but immediate Disruption is going to bail him out, but it's going to be a bigger kill onto Chira Jr. as he gets cleaned up quickly. Now, this Rolling Thunder has done a lot of work, but it's about to expire. They need to disengage. Divine Llama has his eyes set on another target, but they will not go for it. Bottom tower. Kind of a nice strategy as they just assume the team's behind them, but instead they're going to find the Doom. TA2000 potentially in trouble. There's the blink call with the Blade Mail, the follow-up from the Storm Spirit as well as Hellscream. And he's dead. Very quick dunk. You're not. He sees them thanks to his bonus night vision, and he is using it to the max right now. Will walk into Chira Jr., gets silenced up. In trouble. Rolling Thunder is out in Schem. He's going to die to this. Nightmare to buy him a little bit of moment. A nice disruption. The Golem does get dropped. TA2000 in some trouble. One taps the Shadow Demon for Tomato. So now you need to be careful. Your save is removed, and they can quickly re-engage, and Yopaj will do exactly that. Looking in for the Pangolier. There's the call. Notice. I'm sorry, rather, Hellscream just jumps onto the backside of this fight, gets quickly cleaned up. They do force the BKB and the Exorcism for that. Here in the mid lane. As the
Smokes break.
Goes for the call. He gets the Shadow Demon of all heroes. An immediate Golem comes out, and Tomato will quickly remove them from the game. Chira Jr.'s going to pop the BKB, try and get aggressive here, pops the Ethereal form, but Tomato turns around with his own BKB. The Fiend's Grip finally gets canceled as Notice is trying his best to run, and Doom does manage to connect here onto the Shadow Fiend. The fight started rough for Shopify, but it's ending. Or I'm sorry, it started well for Shopify, but now it's starting to look a little rough for them as it goes on. Blink call, Divine Llama. Pyrrhic Cloak, though. That is a nice one. Divine Llama continuing to look for more. TA2000 knows there's a Shadow Fiend coming soon. 4 staffs in. He gets the kill. 4 dead now.
They have already TP'd on out.
Yeah, I feel like with a 30,000 gold lead, you should be looking for the kills. There's your Fiend's Grip. Immediately comes out. Now, that being said, your Bane is just dead. Can they turn this around into the backside of the fight? Yopaj gets the 2-hero Vortex. It's onto the big heroes. Chira Jr., ethereal form, looking to escape, and he's going to make it out, but can they get more? Solo's going to get caught out here from Yopaj. Gets up onto the high ground and will escape.
You have all the ultimates available, though.
They're going to go for the Vortex. Actually finds the Warlock onto the backside. He's going to be forced to drop the Golem into the Silence, onto the Shadow Fiend. 4 staffs away. Chira Jr. is still so low. And TA2000 trying to find the opening, but another full duration Fiend's Grip takes down the Pangolier, and that is his dieback. The AoE Vortex finds 2 more. Hellscream comes in to follow it up. They take down the Warlock. TA2000 can't survive, and neither can Chira Jr. Disruption buys him a moment. The Doom comes out onto the Storm Spirit. But does he get out? No. Canceled there by the Infernal Blade. Chira Jr. on just a sliver of HP, still trying to keep himself in this one. That's going to be a dieback on Skem.
You have to find the back line, and it's so difficult to just walk past him.
Ooh, they are chasing.
Is that the time to channel?
They caught the axe. That is just a dead Divine Llama. 99 seconds.
Up. They're trying to find a fight now while he's dead, though.
Oh
See if they can force a dieback.
That is going to be scary. Tomato just going to get jumped on immediately. The Doom is out, and he is dead without a chance to respond. You lose the Bane as well. No.
Now, you have all your side lane towers, so you can't be Mega'd. You'd have to go straight for the end of the game. He's just going to call the Death Prophet, waste some time. Are they... I don't think you would seriously go for this, right? You're just...
I mean, they can kill him, or at least force the BKB. Like, Divine Llama has another call in a moment, and this is the benefit of the Octarine build. Hellscream might be able to set this up with a stun. He's forced to BKB. Continue to stand his ground with the Pyrrhic Cloak. Hellscream gets him. Very nicely done. Now looking for more of the Hex out here. They get the Doom. That's a dieback, and now looking very... Who the heck bought a Hex? Leshrac did. Hellscream's huge, man. He's level 26. What is happening?
Dude, when nothing was happening...
Bounty runes just gave them buyback on both Storm
playing around the wards, though. Death Prophet.
Yeah, Chira Jr. is going to get caught. Disruption will pull him out, but the jump in. The Vortex on
Vortex!
the 3! The Split Earth caught them all, and now TA2000's on the run. Tomato here to try and clean things up. As noticed, he gets the Rolling Thunder off thanks to the Aeon Disc, but the damage from Tomato is too much. 3 dead. And a buyback from the Shadow Demon. A incredible grab here from Yopaj. We'll see if they can find anything else. If they doom him, then okay. Like, that's, I guess, the worst case. They've actually managed to find the Pangolier. Aeon Disc is going to keep him alive, but a Vortex pulls him back. Status resistance doing some work. As the Golem comes out, that will save Tomato, but Axe just goes right back in. Call onto 2. They have the refresher out. Solo's going to pop it. They want to take down Divine Llama, and he
Doom
will
in the
not
back.
survive. Doom on the backside gets on top of the Shadow Fiend. They're going to be able to buy back if they need it, but Shadow Fiend, I don't think he's getting out of this. Chira Jr. will chase him down, finish the job, and Pangolier deletes everybody else. Shopify dead on 3 as Hellscream will blink to safety. Here come the buybacks. Yopaj wants to go back in. They need to get these kills. Vortex onto 2. Here's Divine Llama. Silenced up, though. Pyrrhic Cloak is out. He needs the call. Looking for the Shadow Demon, and they will get it. Chira Jr. next on the chopping block. He will have a buyback. But the last lane of barracks here about to fall. Surviving somehow.
Just need one tap. Send one hero in.
Triple raise on a Chira Jr. The pullback here with the damage. Hellscream goes in. They get the Fiend's Grip. It's caught the Doom. Hellscream right on top of him will burn him down. That is 4 dead, and the GGs come out. Shopify have finally done it. At 57 minutes, they will qualify for the playoffs and knock out Team Yandex.
Ooh, that was a that was a tense one.